Hey guys, Heartbreak Sensei here. Today I'll be doing a voiceover tutorial on how to draw anime eyes. I did this drawing yesterday night, so I might not match up with a lot of stuff because I didn't have time yesterday. So the slideshows are just going to give you a feeling of how I usually draw my eyes, and I'll show you another example after I finish everything. So let's start. So as I just told you, I did this drawing yesterday. So, well, I'm just going to try to match everything up as much as possible because I kind of sped up the painting a little bit. Anyway, so right now, as you can see, I was drawing a outline for the eye. So this is basically what I want my eye to look like. And then I just turned down the opacity and I opened another layer on top of it. For the top eyelashes, I like to use the darkest color that's in relation to my hair color. So in this case, I'm going to use a really, really dark purple. I like to put a lot of eyelashes on my eyes because it just gives this kind of feeling that the girl put a lot of mascara on. Usually I don't really like to do that, usually just simple. But yesterday, I guess I just felt like doing this version because I haven't really tried it before. So right now I just opened another layer and it's going to be the colors of my eye. As you can see, I just listed down a bunch of different colors on the right side on that little test palette. That's going to be the colors I need for my eyes. I like to keep the color wheel off because then I can choose the different brush sizes really easy. So today I'm going to be using a brush tool. If you have paint tool side, there are a lot of different tools you can use. You can use water brush, you can use oil water, and there's more on the bottom. There's also pen tool, airbrush, and marker. Or if you just like the easy way, I'll just kind of do the selecting and just use bucket tool. So, as you can see, I just did the base of my eye, and now I am doing the different shades of colors. The base is just a regular base. It doesn't really do anything with the eye, just like the medium base. So it's going to be looking a bit more shadowy. And you're going to start with the darkest color at the top and the lightest color at the bottom. And at the bottom, you might want to loop it up a little bit so it doesn't look like your eye is bulging out and kind of just popping out and stuff, because that would just be weird. So I just erased all the extra remainings, and once I take off the sketch, you can see it's a bit bad. So if it's a bit bad, I can always fix it a little bit. And if you don't like the position of your eye, then you can always change it like I have just done to make it look a bit better. Now my eyelash is too on the bottom, so I'm going to drag it up a little bit more. Now that I think about it, my eye is probably a bit too big. So now I'm just probably going to put some of the white on to make sure that there really isn't any of the extra remainings. So when I do the rest of my eye, it won't look that weird. So right now, I don't know if you can actually see it, but I just put on a layer of really dark green. That's the top, and then now I'm doing the pupil. You don't want it to be too big, too thin, too circular, or too small, because that would just look weird. My pupil is a bit too much off to the right side, but since I was a bit rushing, it's still alright, I guess. You really just wanted to put it in the center unless you want your character to look at another direction. So in this case, I guess my character is looking to the upwards right at the color wheel. Now you want to pick some of the really light green colors, and you're just going to open a little layer and you're going to draw it on top of the filling, but not touching the pupil or the whites, because that would just look weird. So you're going to use a bunch of different light greens and to make it look like there is a shine, and then you're going to use the blur tool to blur it. I don't know how you're going to do it if you don't have any kind of special painting tools such as Paint Tool, Size, Photoshop, or even Corel Painter. I'm not sure if Paint.net is a good one. I have it, but I haven't used it in a long time. So if you want, I'll be doing another MS painting too. So right now I just use the filter to change the color and the luminescence of my eye, and you can see it's a bit more green now. You can also make it really bright or really dark depending on you. So right now I'm just doing a line of yellow to make it look like the light is reflected. You can also do it on the pupil, but usually I don't like to, because, well, if you do that on the pupil, it just looks like the light is just kind of weird and stuff. So now I'm doing the white shines. I like to keep the opacity and the density low from the start, so then it gives a soft feeling once you draw it on. And sometimes I might use an airbrush tool and put the density lower to make it look like the shine is the eye is like really shiny, so it would go on the eyelash and sometimes onto the face. If you want to, you can maybe put a little bit more of your eye color onto the whites, but today I'm not going to, because if you did that, it would look a bit more softer. So right now I'm just going to do the skin color and the whites of the eye. The whites are really important, and you always want to do the whites. Sometimes I don't do it unless like it doesn't look as nice, but other than that, you should draw the whites, because the whites are really important. Because if you don't, it would just look like your eye would be just like on top of your skin, and that doesn't look as nice. Like, it's like our eye, how there's the white part and then the color of our eye and then our black people. So right now I'm just fixing my whites as it seems, because I didn't really like it. It might take a while because I really didn't like it that much, and my whites were on 2 different layers. I'm going to take this time and just tell you that usually you should put your whites on the same layer or on the layer before your skin, and you should just kind of like make a better sketch and just trace over it with your color. And for like a beginner, this style of eye is probably one of the easiest to draw, considering it's not that hard to kind of organize and stuff, and the colors are kind of really simple. You can see some of my other drawings at my Deviant. It's markov-phoenixflare.deviantart.com. I have a lot of different drawings, so you can see a lot of different kinds of styles of drawings I have. I'm just gonna save it. And I also know how to draw animal eyes, so if you want me to, I can also do a tutorial like the one for the wolf right now. So this is one of the examples you saw earlier. I'm just going to enlarge it. That's the eye I just drew, and this is the outcome of the wolf eye. So just PM me if you want me to do another tutorial on something else, and that's all. Bye!